Very
Well done,
nice.
John.
Thank you, John. That was very nice. Well done.
Thank you. Yeah.
Rishika, are you ready with your speech?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me? Came in, right?
Yes, that you have to watch in YouTube.
YouTube. Maybe we'll watch the struggle one first, and then we can watch the other one after.
Then we'll go with the. Okay, ma'am. Okay, no problem. Ma'am, you are in front of system only, no, ma'am? You are using system, ma'am?
You want me to share it?
Yes, ma'am. Because
So what you do,
the speech is slow.
I know. I think I'm having problem in school though. I'll share the class 10. Teacher, if you can keep the other one ready in the meantime, because I think that you will.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Okay. That I will.
I should manage sharing from here.
Yes.
Just give me a minute. Huh? Enacting a state. History of India's struggle for independence.
Hello friends, I'm finding you all happy, joyful and colorful today.
Not only joyful and colorful, it's a memorable day, the saga of independent India. It's a tale of sorrows braved, sacrifices made by great people. On this day, it's our courtesy to salute them in commemoration of 75th anniversary of our Independence Day.
I agree with you. Today, we are enjoying the fruits of hardships of our freedom fighters, and I'm proud to be an Indian. I am immersed with the thoughts of the bygone years of British rule.
Yes, me too. Let's have a glimpse of the long journey of struggle for freedom.
All our friends are also in the same state of mind. Let us share it with them, and here we go to view the skit.
Mahatma Gandhiji returned to India in the year 1915 in the month of January. His heroic fight for his method of mass agitation, known as Satyagraha, has yielded very good results. The idea of Satyagraha emphasizes the power of truth and the need to search for the truth. In 1916, Mahatma Gandhiji traveled to Champaran.
Oh, I have returned to my motherland after a long while. But what is going on here? Why are all the people agitated and mad?
Oh, I'm from village and we have great community.
And in 1917, with the cousins in Gujarat.
Please help us. We are from village Kira. Our crops have been destroyed due to plague. The revenue relaxation demanded by us is not being provided by the British government.
Gandhiji, I am from Ahmedabad. The cotton mill workers in my state are not being provided a proper hygiene and sanitary, despite the risk involving logging due to the pandemic.
Oh, what and this government? Let us go for a strike for our basic rights.
Thus, Mahatma Gandhiji led 3 successful satyagrahas after returning from South Africa to India.
Launch of Satyagraha against the Rowlatt Act passed in the year 1919.
Oh God, this Gandhi is creating a feeling of patriotism in the hearts of Indians. We have to stop him.
Feared by the Satyagrahas led by Gandhiji, the British government passed an oppressive Rowlatt Act in 1919, which gave the government enormous powers to repress the political activities and imprison political activists without any trial for 2 years. This is an unjust law. How can an innocent person be in prison without any trial in the court? I'll fight against this act. The call of strike on 6 April got a huge response. People came out in support in various cities. Shops were shut down and workers in railway workshops went on a strike. The British administration decided to clamp down on the nationalists. Several local leaders were arrested. Mahatma Gandhi was barred from entering Delhi. The people were furious and started attacking on British buildings and offices.
We have to control the age. Otherwise, we'll have to face a lot of problems in the future. I think it's time. We need to implement the martial law so that every power is under my control.
General Dyer implemented the martial law secretly, which many people on the state were unaware of. It was a normal Baisakhi day in Amritsar, and many people unaware of the martial law gathered in open ground to celebrate the festival, while some came to protest against the new oppressive laws of government. We will fight for freedom. We want justice. Go back, Britishers.
Even after the implementation of the martial law, these people have come here again to protest against the government. Let us tease them a lesson. Close all the engines of the ground and voila!
Oh God, everyone run and save your lives. Run! Hundreds of people were killed in that incident. The government was quite brutal in its response. People's reaction to the incident took a violent turn. It marked a turning point in India's modern history, in that it left a permanent scar on Indo-British relations and was the prelude to Mahatma Gandhi's full commitment to the cause of Indian nationalism and the independence from Britain. While the Rowlatt Satyagraha had been a widespread movement in India, Mahatma Gandhi felt the need to launch a broad-based movement in India. He thought that it would be possible if Hindus and Muslims come together. I am on course of defending Khalifa's temporal powers.
Yes, Mahatma, it seems an harsh peace treaty which was imposed on Khalifa due to the defeat of Ottoman Turkey in the First World War.
Oh Mahatma, we want to defend Khalifa's temporal power.
At the Calcutta session of the Congress in September 1920, Mahatma Gandhi convinced other leaders of the need to start a non-cooperation movement in support of Khilafat as well as for Swaraj. The entire country was deeply shaken due to the Jallianwala Bagh incident. That is when Gandhiji felt the dire need to make a large-scale movement named Non-Cooperation Movement in the year 1921. It is the cooperation of Indians that have provided a base for the British rule. Let us all come together as one nation and stop cooperating with the British.
We will surrender the titles the government awarded us with and boycott all civil services.
We all the students are with you, Gandhiji. We will leave all the British control schools at this moment.
We too are with you, Gandhiji.
We are going to boycott provincial elections right now.
You have our support, Gandhiji.
We should stop trading foreign goods and foreign clothes in our motherland.
I am very pleased to see all your support. Let us stand together and fight for our motherland. The non-cooperation movement went on well at the beginning, but slowed down due to the lack of alternative institutions for students, teachers, and lawyers. Even the Indian market fell drastically due to the high price of khadi cloth compared to the imported cloth. Thus, Gandhiji's dream to lead a successful movement shattered within a few months. The British government constituted a statutory commission under Sir John Penman in response to the nationalist movement in India. The commission was made to look into the functioning of the constitutional system in India and suggest changes. The Primary Commission arrived to India in the year 1928. Meanwhile in India, Indians came to know that there were no single Indian member in it. So angry crowds protested in state saying, "Go back, Simon! Go back, Simon!"
Go back, Simon. Go back, Simon. Go back, Simon.
Go back, Simon. Go back, Simon. Go back, Simon. Go back, Simon.
Go back, Simon! Go back, Simon!
We shall come into a common decision. We shall offer you a dominion status.
We want Purna Swaraj! December 1929, the Lahore session of the Congress demanded for Purna Swaraj and celebrated on January 26, 1930 as the Independence Day. People are not getting attracted to the call of Purna Swaraj. Gandhi finds a solution. Salt is consumed by both poor and the rich and is one of the most essential foods everywhere in the world. The British government has a monopoly on the production of salt in India. By imposing the salt tax, the British government hit both the rich and the poor. It is the most repressive act of the British government, and I choose to defy it breaking the law. I shall launch a movement against the injustice. If these demands are not fulfilled by 11th March, the Congress will commence a civil disobedience movement.
These demands are not at all convincing. I'm denying their negotiations.
Satyagrahis, it's time to execute our plan. Let us civil disobedience movement begin.
Began to arrest the Congress leaders. This led to violent clashes in many places. Gandhi was arrested a month later. People began to attack the symbols of British rules such as police posts, municipal buildings, law courts and railway station. The government's repression was quite good. Even women and children were beaten up. About 1 lakh people were arrested. Mahatma Gandhi decided to call off the movement. He entered into a pact with Lord Irwin on 5th of March 1931. Under this pact, Gandhiji consented to participate in a round-table conference in London. He returned to see that most of the leaders were in jail. Congress had been declared illegal. Mahatma Gandhi relaunched the movement. By 1934, the movement had lost its momentum.
India movement was built up around the Second World War and the failure of Philip's mission to secure Indian support from the British war effort. We need to go and die in order to make Quit India movement success.
On 8th August 1942, the Congress performed a protest demanding what Gandhi called an orderly withdrawal of British government from India. Many people were imprisoned during this speech and they did not have a trial in the court. And many of them also were in the prison even during the war.
Even though the Quit India movement had begun throughout India, the British was evading the request and kept it very low as they had the support of Viceroy's Council, with mostly Indian representative All India Muslim League, Hindu Mahasabha, the princely states, the Indian Imperial Police and the British Indian Army. Many Indian businessmen profiting from the war had not supported the Quit India movement. Students were paying more attention to Subhash Chandra Bose, who was in exile and supporting the Axis powers. The only outside support came from America. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who pressurized British Prime Minister Winston Churchill to give in to the Indian demands. The British refused to grant immediate independence, saying it could happen only after the war had ended. There was violence in some parts of the country and tens of thousands were imprisoned until 1945. Therefore, the Quit India momentum gradually decreased because of heavy-handed suppression, weak coordination, and the lack of clear-cut program of action. Going ahead, British realized that India was ungovernable in the long run, and the question for the post-war era became how to exit gracefully and peacefully.
I will declare British to quit India and India will be independent nation very soon.
I will compromise with the leaders of Congress and Muslim League.
June 3, 1947, Lord Louis Mountbatten, last British Governor-General in India, announced the partitioning of India into secular India and a Muslim Pakistan. On August 14, 1947, Pakistan was declared as a separate nation with Muhammad Ali Jinnah as its leader. On August 15, 1947, at the stroke of midnight, India was declared an independent nation. On 15th August, India celebrated with joy its first day of freedom.
Are you enlightened on the importance of Independence Day?
Yes, of course. That was amazing. How great minds struggled together and gained independence. This inspired me a lot. The sense of collective belonging came partly through the experience of united struggles. History and fiction, prints and symbols, folklores and songs, they played a very crucial role in making of nationalism. So come on, let us have a look at some of them. The Indian National is also known as Tiranga. It has three stripes. Orange represents courage, white represents purity, also known as Tiranga. It has three stripes. Orange represents courage, white represents purity, and green represents fertility. It has a blue colored chakra in middle of the white stripe known as Ashoka chakra, which represents the ideas of law and dharma as it does in the Ashoka pillar. Bharat Mata, a painting by Abhindranath Tagore, the mother figure is shown as dispensing learning, food and clothing. The government seal of India is taken from Ashoka's Sarnath lion pillar. Underneath, it has words Satyameva Jayate, which means truth alone triumphs. It is even on all the government letterheads and on all official documents. Vande Mataram is the national song of India. It was written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. It is a hymn to Goddess Durga as if she were the land of India. The national anthem of India is Janagana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya
Today, 15th August 2021 is our 75th Independence Day. The freedom fighters had high aspirations and dreams for a free and vibrant India. Our struggle for freedom carries on as long as there is injustice and inequality anywhere in the country. Let's, like Tagore, hope and pray that the Lord may lead us into the heaven of freedom, where the mind is without fear and the head held high. Jai Hind.
It's my pleasant privilege to introduce Don Bosco School, Class 10, Jasmine and Lotus, 2021-2022, enacting a skit.
Teacher, throughout the period of time, I was just able to hear the audio, teacher. Video was not available, teacher. Yes, teacher, video was tracking. Which I cannot at all. Students are only I saw the corporate.
We can say teacher.
Yes, teacher, but I would say
We saw also.
It's completed, Norma.
Yes, teacher.
Teacher, you spotlighted our secret.
Grishma teacher.
Yes, 1 minute. Grishma. Yeah, I will remove that. So, did you all enjoy the program, children?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, teacher.
Oh, okay. Can.
Teacher, I want to say that after all of these struggles, the freedom fighters may die in reality, but they always survive in the millions of heart of Indians, teacher.
Ma'am, you want to share anything, ma'am?
So I actually wanted to say those are very nice words. Who said that just now?
Vasishta Krishnadi.
Yeah, Vashishta.
My sister.
Well said. I agree. They really go through. It's easy for us to look back and make comments, but can you imagine they were risking their lives every single day, every moment, right? And it takes how much courage does it take? Most of us in today's world, we are scared to say even the mildest things, right? So how much courage it took on their part, and the fact is that they still live on in our hearts. It was very beautifully said. I don't think you want to say anything more to that, because I think you said it well. They do live on in our hearts forever. And a day like today is a great day to remember all the sacrifices. We are free because of the sacrifices of others. So yeah, while teachers getting the video ready, students, anyone else would like to say something? Share their
Yes,
thoughts?
you can share your views, children. Your ideas or
What does independence mean to you in today's world in particular? What does it mean? The COVID crisis is giving a new definition also, right? And I'm not talking about personal freedom, I'm talking again the freedom of the country. How do we contribute to the country now? I mean it from that point, not from a personal perspective, but with so many jobs impacted, so many people's lives impacted, how do we contribute to our country? Because we have to, each one of us, the number of people around us who have suffered because of COVID, so many people who've lost their lives, families who are suffering right now. It redefines what freedom can mean for us now also, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, children. Thank you, ma'am. Now you are going to your flag hoisting, children. Children, are you able to hear the sound?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Celebrate the 75th Independence Day.
Good morning. I'm the co-person of respected chief guest, Reverend Father Noel Marichetti, Director of Mission Program for South Asia, Reverend Father Thomas Santiago, the correspondent of the school, our principals, Reverend Father Chinababu, Vice Principal, Madam Sujata Devi, Primary School Coordinator, Sister Grace, respected teachers, and my dear friends.
On this occasion of great pride and honor, I take immense pleasure
well-wishers. The pleasant morning to all. It is my proud privilege to wish you all 76th Independence Day of Mother India. Into that heaven of freedom, my father, let my country awake. Of Rabindranath Tagore was the heaven with which our pre-primary teachers have invoked God's blessings upon us and our Mother India. 75 years of journey as a free nation is not a small milestone that our Mother India has made. As we salute our national pride, our flag for 75th time, let us wish and pray that human values and constitutional values may prevail in our country, and that every citizen's dignity and respect may be upheld. I am delighted to introduce and welcome the chief guest for today, Reverend Father Matichelli Noel, the director of Mission Procure for South Asia. He is one of the persons who was instrumental in building this Downtown School, an educational edifice here at Mandragora, Jagir. The foundation stone of our school bears his name as the one who blessed the foundation on 18th December 2009 in his capacity as the provincial of Hyderabad province. Dear Father Noel, your dream of having a school in this locality with the system and spirituality of Don Bosco was indeed a noble vision which is being realized today in forming good and responsible citizens for our Mother India. Hearty welcome to you for this awe-inspiring flag hoisting ceremony. We are being joined by 1,800 students with their parents who will view this program a few minutes later and listen to your valuable message. On our behalf, Madam Sujata Devi, the Vice Principal, will present to you a flag applause as a token of love and welcome.
Irrespective of our culture, caste, creed, and religion, the most important binding factor is our national flag. The tricolor symbolizes strength, peace, and prosperity. May I request our chief guest, Reverend Father Noel Matichelli, accompanied by Reverend Father Thomas Santiago, Reverend Father Chinababu, Madam Sujata Devi, and Sister Grace, to hoist our national flag.
Your father, Santiago, fantastic man